of maybe 12 people that had caught on. And then I thought he was trying to make me laugh because I was completely out of control. And I punched him in the chest, and I forgot he had his microphone on, so I hit his microphone. And then he left me, and I'm there all alone on the stage to sing this love song, and I was hysterical during the entire love song. It's one of those things, it's like a nightmare. You think, I've got to get out of this, I've got to control myself.
You do, you dread it terribly, but then the audience, you know, they love it. I think they're so supportive and so with you. My worst experience was like that. Was opening night in London at this beautiful theater. I was there for a week, and I had a full orchestra with me. And my opening song, my band and I all played in A flat, and the band, the whole orchestra, which all came in right at the downbeat, were playing in the key of A. And this first chord that hit was such a horrendous thing that you can't imagine, and it was impossible to go on. And I had to stop and say, oh, and explain to the audience, you know, what had happened, and they were all right there for me, and I said, pretty soon as they say in the recording studio, take two, and we started again, and, you know, I was mortified. But they loved it, and the show went on from there.
The audience really does like it. That's one of the things when we were doing Mork and Mindy, you could get away with it because they'd just cut. But the pressure was on when you'd walk through that door and the show was beginning, because it was done like a play in front of an audience like this, or even a little larger. Who was going to screw up first? Yeah. And once somebody did, it just broke the ice. But it wasn't live. When it's live, I'd heard during Pirates, Linda Ronstadt used to crack up all the time on stage. And there was one time during...
She giggles a lot.
She giggles constantly. And during the big aria in the beginning, it's her first song. She makes her entrance, and she was hysterical. They made her come out after intermission and apologize to the audience and sing it after intermission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how bad it got.
So was the audience upset, or they...
No, well, I don't know. It was just one of those things. I mean, it's the song, it is the song of the whole show, and if you don't do it, you really should do it sometime.
I suppose, I guess.
So.
When you got the part in Mork and Mindy, did you not know you read it in the trade?
Yeah, it was...
The trade magazines they have, people know what trades are? The trade magazines that they have in Hollywood, they have the record business, they have in the rodeos, they have... So you read it?
Yeah, it was really one of those things, once again. I had a deal with ABC. I had a development deal where they liked me. I had auditioned for some things for them earlier, and though I didn't get them, they liked me, and they wanted to put me in something. So I had a deal where they pay you some money, and then you're with them for a year, and they send you scripts. And if you like them, and if you audition, then you get it. Well, I had been sent scripts for over a year, and I didn't like any of them. I didn't want to do it. And plus, I had just done my first feature film, but I was going to be a movie star. I didn't need television.
What was your feature film?
Oh, it was A Wedding by Robert Altman.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, that's always every actor's dream is, hey, you want to be a movie star. You know, TV used to be the thing that it's nice to do, but if you can be a movie star, let's be a movie star. So anyway,
I wanted to be a movie star. I was in a movie once that did pretty well, but boy, it just all disappeared after that.
That's exactly what happened to me. Yeah, I mean, it's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, just like that. Boy, it comes and it goes.
Yeah,
what was it like working with Robin Williams?
Oh, it was great. It was...
Is he like that
he's like
all
that,
the time?
Well, he's calmer now. He has
now?
a baby, and, you know, he's settled down. But not working with Robin makes me even appreciate it more, and I've always appreciated it. But there's nothing like getting up and going. I would love to go to work every morning because we had so many bizarre people in our show, even the people that worked backstage. You laughed from the moment you got there until you went home. And also for me, because it was my first series, I didn't know what I was doing. So I really learned comedy and timing from Robin and then the other comedians that would come in.
Yeah.
And that last year with Jonathan Winters and Robin was just not very believed.
That must, and so was it going on constantly?
Constantly going on. I mean, I can't even describe to people what it was like. You'd have one wandering off. We'd be in the middle of a scene, doing a scene. And
rehearsing or actually filming it?
Filming it, and Robin would be looking up into the audience, and Jonathan would go wander. I'd have a hold of Jonathan's coat to hold him or to lead him from one place to the other. Because they're both such geniuses, but their minds, it's real hard to, say, Robin.
And get it over here and keep it here for a minute.
That's right. We're having a conversation. Don't look at the audience.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was just crazy.
Were you the solid one in that bunch? Did you keep it all
I
together?
was the mother.
The mother?
Yeah, they used to call me Sister St. Mary Patience. Because truly it was these two very crazy, brilliant men, and putting them in the same show together was just not to be believed. We tried to get a documentary film crew in there just to film a week of putting together Mork and Mindy, because there were such moments of brilliance and improvisation.
That never got seen.
No, that never got seen. So it was a wonderful experience.
I would love to have been part of that.
Yeah.
We'll return, folks, right after this commercial break.
I keep making more money.
What am I going to do now? Yes. You can't believe how fast the time passes up here when you're doing this, so I want to introduce my other guest, if I may. He's probably best known as Tony Banta, the young boxer who could never win a fight on the really great comedy series Taxi. And he's just finished filming a movie with Burt Reynolds called Cannonball 2. So would you please welcome Mr. Tony Danza. Well, I'm glad somebody else was casual. You know,
Oh,
I
God, I
appreciate
made it.
So what? Made it to here, you mean?
Yeah, I'm here.
That's pretty great.
It's real great.
Congratulations. You know, I remember the first time I was on the Tonight Show, and I remember the first time I hosted the Tonight Show, and I was so thrilled about it. And it's one of those things, truly, that you dream of. And I said, far out, 29 times in an hour and a half or something like that.
Oh, well, if I say far out, stop me.
Okay, if I say it, stop me. What's it like working with Burt Reynolds?
It's just like you think it'd be, you know.
Is it fun, easy going, light?
It's fun, easy going in life, but you're doing, you know, your work. And,
He's a professional.
yeah, he's a professional, but, you know, he's also like a swashbuckler. You know, he jumps off the roof, tells a joke. He goes through the car window, he tells a joke. It's like, and, you know, it's great to see Burt doing that stuff, you know. It's like an inspiration.
Yeah? Did you do any of that stuff?
Yeah, I did. I knocked out a few guys. It was fun. I'll tell you the truth, though. You know, I'm in the movie with Mel Tillis and a monkey and an orangutan. And
The Burt Reynolds movie?
yeah. Well,
Not Clint Eastwood.
from California. Yeah, well, it's not that monkey, but it's of that family. Cal Worthington is Mel Tillis and my uncle.
Cal Worthington?
Yeah. This is a weird movie. I'm telling you.
From
Cal Worthington's dog named Spot, you see.
Maybe there's still hope for me. I can get back on this.
The funny part is I did 3 movies in my life. Go ahead, give it to him. Oh, boy, do I miss Paramount.
I know.
Anyway,
This is your third movie?
third movie. I did 3 movies. I did a movie called Hollywood Nights. I'm sure a lot of you saw it. Hey, all right.
Hollywood Night?
Yeah, oh, big. I did another movie called Going Ape with 3 orangutans and Danny DeVito, or is it 4 right now? And I did this movie, right?
Yeah.
I want you to know that 2 of the movies I'm with the same monkey. I walk on the set, the monkey knows me. Hey, Tony, how are you? I swear, it's incredible. And I want you to know, I didn't forget you, but John, I brought you the Cannonball Run belt buckle, and it's signed by Hal Needham. Okay.
Excuse me.
You said it.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome,
I
sir.
collect buckles. That's great. Thanks very, very much.
I thought of you, you know.
Yeah, I
You
appreciate
thought of me,
that.
I thought of you. Hey.
Now, was this a film that Mr. Sinatra came down on? And
Oh, yes. I forgot about Frank. You know what's interesting is, you know, you die. You know, I want to meet Sinatra so long. You know, I'm like a frustrated Frank Sinatra. And I have a son.
I can't imagine Frank Sinatra being frustrated.
No, it's true. You know, Johnny Carson asked him the greatest question of all time one time. He said, hey, Frank, who do you put on when you want to make out? You know, you ever think of that? Who does he put on? Who does he put on? But anyway, Frank Sinatra is there, you know. He's on the movie. Of course, he only comes one day. He does his stuff and he leaves. But he's there, and I showed up, and I had my son with me. My 12-year-old, Mark. Hello, Mark. I'm on the Tonight Show. And he was like, you know, my son is also like a big Sinatra fan. We had just seen him the 21st when he was at the amphitheater, and he was great. I mean, the guy is really a legend. He is the champ.